All right, what we've done is we've solved systems of equations, right? But you solved them where they were given to you. It just said 3x plus 2y equals 9, and so forth, right? Okay, that's not how you're going to see it often on your EOC. Okay, now EOC, remember, is in June, all right? But they're going to do stuff more like this, okay? We're going to do the exact same thing we've been doing now for almost 4 weeks, because that's what we haven't been in school for half of that time, all right? But you're going to have to figure it out for yourself to make your equation. Okay, so let's read through the first problem. Jake bought 3 t-shirts and 2 pairs of sweatpants for $85. Okay, can I make that into an equation? How? All right, we'll say 3t plus 2p equals how much? All right, is everybody with me? Okay, so all I did is I took that first line and I turned it into an equation, all right? Ryan bought 6 t-shirts and 3 pairs of sweatpants for $150. Now we are right back to where we began today, where we just have to multiply and eliminate. Okay, what you want to multiply by? Okay, do what? 2 on the top, what kind of 2? It does have to be negative. So in this situation, you can get away with only multiplying one of them. Is everybody with me? Because then the t's will cancel out. You can do the way you were doing it. If you want to multiply 3 and 2, you can do it. There's no right or wrong method here. They should all get you the same answer. Some might take a little bit more work. All right, so that gives me negative 6p minus 4p. All right, what's 85 times 2? If you need to work it out, write it out. It is 170. Okay, so it's going to be negative 170. All right, and then the bottom stays the same, right? Okay, so when we add here, negative 1p is going to equal, what kind of 20? Negative 20. So then how much is a pair of sweatpants? $20. Is everybody with me? Now, we eliminate the whole x and y thing here. You don't write these as ordered pairs for the most part, because they're only going to ask you for either one or the other, or they might ask you for a combination of them. Okay, so you got to be careful there. Okay, for instance, this problem didn't ask for sweatpants. What did it ask for? So what do we have to do? We still got to do the same thing we've been doing. Plug it back in. Okay, so 3t plus 2 times 20 is going to equal 85. Okay, so subtract my 40. So 3t equals 45. So how much does one t-shirt equal? A t-shirt is $15. Now, just so you're prepared, because I think we get to it eventually in this notes. I haven't had that far to find out, but just so you're prepared, they might not even ask you something as far as, now, how much would it cost to buy 7 t-shirts and 8 pairs of sweatpants? Okay, so y'all remember way back when we did the whole, we found x and y and then asked what 3x plus 2y was? You have to find that. Okay, same thing. They could do this here. They just ask you for sweatpants and t-shirts versus x and y. Everybody with me? Okay, so here it doesn't matter necessarily to write the ordered pair as long as you identify which is which. All right, let's see to the next one. Sally bought 3 ham sandwiches and 4 turkey sandwiches for $21.50. Write that out. What you think? 3h plus 4t equals $21.50. Okay, that'll work. All right, the second one. 5h plus 2t is going to equal $19.50. Okay, so what you think is going to be easy this time? Negative 2 on bottom. Good job, man. Okay, so if he multiplies the bottom by negative 2, what does that give us? Put that over here. Okay, that gives me be negative 10H, right? Negative 4T. All right. It's 1950 times negative 2, right? Okay. Leave the 2 off. I mean the negative off for now. So we're going to do 1950 times 2. Everybody with me? All right. And I'm going to talk about a shortcut in a minute. 0, 0, carry by 1, 18, 19, carry by 1. So it is $39, right? Okay. Now, mental math though, real quick, you can do what's 19 times 2? 38. And then 50 cents times 2 gives you another dollar, right? Which will give you 39. You can do it that way. Or mentally, you could round that up to $20. 20 times 2 gives you 40, right? But you had added an extra 50 cents twice, which is $1. And $40 minus $1 gives you $39. Okay? Or you could write it out. You get all the paper in the world you want, scratch paper wise, right away. Okay. All right, so that is $39. And that was negative, right? Okie dokie. Our t's cancel out here, so we're going to have negative 7h. All right, y'all. I'm telling you, you better be careful here. 39 minus 2150, right? All right, 0. So it is 1750. Y'all, I'm not kidding about the, you've got to be careful. You've got to be, pay attention to detail here on these numbers. All right, so now I have to divide 1750 by, oh, that was a negative 1750, sorry, by 7. Okay, at this point, does a negative matter? No, you're dealing with money, right? It ain't going to be negative. You're going to walk up to a restaurant and they say, hey, I want a ham sandwich. And they say, okay, I'm going to give you $5 to take one. They don't do that, okay? All right. Yes, sir. Here we go. This part? Okay. 0 minus 0 gave me 0. I had to borrow here, right? Turn that into an 8. Okay, so then 10 minus 5 gave me 5. 8 minus 1 gave me 7. 3 minus 2 gave me 1. Just don't forget to borrow there. All right, so I need 1750 divided by 7, right? How many times 7 go into 17? 2. How many times 7 go into 35? And the 0 just stays on the end. So how much does a ham sandwich cost? $2.50. All right, what do we have to do? You have to plug it back in. Y'all, I'm telling you, if you're lazy, you're going to fail. That's the only way to do these problems is to do the work. Okay? And there is a significant amount of work attached to them. All right, so 250 needs to go back into we'll put it into the top. So that's 3H, so 3 times 250 plus 4T equals 2150. Give me a minute and I'm going to move my board so that it'll write better. All right, so you said that was 750? And this one isn't even that hard because these are 50s and even numbers. It gets harder. All right, what's 2150 minus 750? $14. All right, now what do I have to do? Divide by 4, right? So how much was a turkey sandwich? $3.50. Now, you understand what I was talking about? You might need some extra paper to do some calculations. It ain't that easy. All right. Okay, Matt, 5 pieces of gum and 3 dill pickles for $3.50. What are we going to write? 5G plus 3P equals. Now, does it matter if y'all use different letters than me? No, as long as you know what they stand for, I don't care. Right? And then the other one is 10G plus 4P is going to equal 550, right? No. Your G's not going to stop. Right? Multiply the top by -2. Brian, you paying attention? You done with this problem? Because you ain't right. Let's go. Now, everybody on my video has to yell it. All right. -10G, -6P. All right. 350 times 2, right? What's $3 times 2? $6. What's 50 cents times 2? $1. So what's $6? What's another dollar? $7. It's a negative, right? The bottom one stays the same. All right. So here we go. We got $7 minus 550, right? Is $1.50. Everybody with me? Okay, now we're going to cut $1.50 in half, right? So one thing will cancel. All right, half of $1 is 50 cents. Half of 50 cents is 25 cents. If you add 50 cents, 25 cents, you get 75 cents. So a pickle was 75 cents. Did it ask for the pickle? Of course not. Why would they do that? That would be too easy. They asked for the gum, right? So we're going to go back and plug it in. 5G plus 3 times 75 cents equals 350. All right, I'll do the 75 cents over here times 3. That's 225. All right, so I got 5G equals $1.25. So what are you going to do now? Divide by 5, and you get 25 cents. Good job. All right, do you understand the process? Okay, can you write your equations? All right, and y'all remember back when we did the hamburger is $3 more than the hot potato. That's where you started learning how to write these equations. You didn't know you're going to have to use that kind of stuff eventually later. Okay, but that's where we learned. And you can actually do those same problems using this method. It just takes a little bit longer. So that's why we don't teach it that way. All right. Fred bought 2 sandwiches and 1 drink for $7.23. What we got? Okay, seconds. Wilma bought 3 sandwiches, right? And 4 drinks, and her total was $13.97. Good? I'll write them out. Okay? Which one to multiply here? -4 on top? Okay, first two are going to be easy. It's going to be -8s, -4d. All right, what we got? 723 times 4, right? $28.92. I'm not disagreeing. All right. And that's negative, right? Okay, so now where do we go? All right, we can cancel our D's. So that gives me -5D I'm sorry, negative 5s equals, all right, 2892 minus 1397. Right? Right? Okay? Oh, man. 1495? And then what do we have to divide 1495 by? We have to divide by 5. So 5 needs to go into 1495. How many times 5 going to 14? 2. So that gives me 10. How many times 5 going to 49? 9. That gives me 45, which again gives me 45, so that makes it $2.99, right? $2.99 is the cost of a sandwich. Right? Now, look back at your original equation. Which one you want to plug it into? The top. Right? So 2 times $2.99 plus a drink equaled $7.23, right? Okay. What's $2.99 close to? $3. If you double $3, you get $6. You added an extra cent each time, right? So that's actually going to be $5.98. So the only thing left to do now is to subtract $5.98 from $7.23. So a drink cost $1.25. Okay? That's the fourth one. Okay? Oh, these are easy numbers. So we'll set it up and you're going to go on your own, okay? Ruth bought 2 hot dogs and 3 bags of popcorn. How do I write that? 2H plus, either way, 350, all right? Sam bought 12, look, I got messed up. Was it in order? No, Sam bought 12 bags of popcorn and 3 hot dogs for $9. All right, what you want to multiply? Top by -4, good job. All right, go. Top by -4, you're on. What you got for one of them?
I got 3H plus.
Hold on. This is going to give me negative 8H, right? Negative 12B. It's 2 plus is $14. Right. Hang on, I'll look. Okay. So negative 5H equals negative $5. So H equals $1. All right, so that's a hot dog, right? It asks for the bag of popcorn. So I'm going to say right here, okay, 2. I'm actually just going to go ahead and plug that in, y'all, because I can do that in my head. What's 2 times $1? Okay, so $2, right? Plus 3 bags of popcorn equal $3.50. So subtract your $2. What's $3.50 minus $2? So 3 bags of popcorn were $1.50, right? Let's use some mental math that we know. What is 15 divided by 3? 5. So $1.50 divided by 3 would be 50 cents. All right, we good? You multiplied the top by negative 2? So if you did negative 2, that gave you negative 8B, negative 10T. All right, 2 times 13 is $26. 2 times 75 cents is $1.50, which gives me $27.50, right? Okay, add these together, so we get negative 8T equals 27 minus 21, 27.50 minus 21.50. 50's cancel out, so it is negative 6. All right, let's do some math. 8 into 6 goes 75 cents. So a 2-liter costs 75 cents. What did it ask for? The cost of cereal? Okay. So now, for this problem, what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to use the bottom equation. I know the numbers are bigger, but the number that I'm multiplying 75 cents by is smaller. Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm just going to use that. It doesn't matter to me which one you choose. Okay, so 8B plus 2 times 75 cents equals 21.50. All right, what's 75 cents times 2? $1.50. Okay, so now when I subtract, I get $20. Okay, so now I've got to do 20 divided by 8. And it is $2.50. Okay, so a box of cereal cost me $2.50. Is everybody good? Let's just do the top equation. This part? Okay. All right. I'm doing 8. I'm doing 8 into 20. Right? 8 goes into 20 evenly 2 times, right? What's 2 times 8? 16. Bring down that 0. 8 goes into 40. So that's where I got the 250 from. All right, are we good?